Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm ET69 and welcome back to the channel. Today we're not going to have any footage. We're going to look at the Blitz store because July 4th is coming and there is loads of tanks that have come at big discounts in the store. So we're just going to go through all the tanks that are in this store and whether or not I think they are worth buying. So we're going to start off with the T28 Ht, 49% discount, and you can get that for 2,500 gold. That is a good price and it's a pretty good tank. I enjoy the T28 Ht, so I would actually say that is worth buying. Moving along, we have the T28 Htc, and again at 3,000 gold. Nice tank. It's very underrated, very strong. It is slow. It's got really strong armor, especially on the turret, the front plate. And again at 3,000 gold, I definitely think that's worth the 3,000 gold. Super Persian tier 8, 4,300 gold, which is 40% discount. This is normally around 7,200 in the tech tree, so nearly half price. Again, that is worth buying. Moving the next one, T28 Ht. I mean, this is a not bad tank. It's not the best at 4,500 gold. It's still cheap. It is cheap, but I would probably, unless you own everything else, then yeah, maybe I would buy that. But if you don't own any of the others, then I would probably leave that one. It's not the greatest of tanks. It's not bad, but it's not the greatest. The EXP, another tier 8 tank for 4,500 gold. A very strong tank, very well armored tank, heavily armored as long as you are facing the enemy. If you start wiggling, if you start turning your tank, your side, I mean, you can be HE'd from the side, from the rear. So it's a tank that you have to play it very carefully, but it's a very strong tank, and definitely at 4,500 gold, that is worth buying. T34 Independent, 4,900 gold. Again, you can get the normal T34 in the tech tree for 7,600, something like that. So for 4,900, that is a good buy. That's a really good buy. One of the strongest with a very nice gun. The armor's not very strong on the front plate, but the turret is to die for and the gun is to die for. So at 4,900 gold, I would definitely recommend buying the T34 Independent. Next, we have the Chrysler K. Again, it's a tank I absolutely love, but it's a tank that I don't really play no more, to be honest. At 5,200 gold at 30% discount, that is a good price for a tank. If you remember this tank when it comes on, it was very controversial with what happened on the PC, etc., but it's nothing like the PC tank. It is very strong. It does have nice gun depression, but only from the side. So to get that gun depression, you have to expose your side armor, and that becomes very weak. But for 5,200 gold, that is also a good buy. So that's the American tanks. We're going to move on to some of the other tanks that are in the store, and we have had a look at some of them. So the M449 and the E75 TS, I mean, some of these might not even be in store by the time this video, well, it should actually be in store. So 15,000 gold for both, that's not bad. That isn't bad for both of these tanks. 10,000 for the E75 TS. Again, it's okay. It's not a bad price for it's fairly strong, but if you own a Tiger 2, then yeah, it probably isn't worth buying. M449, 7,500 gold. Again, that's a pretty good price in my opinion. That is a really good price. It's not a bad tank, very nice turret, not much of a hull armor, and just like the EXP, you start turning to the side, then you will be HE'd quite easily. Moving, we have the 115A. That is again bit expensive, but it's pretty standard for a tier 10 tank. 10,500 gold. Your next one, the Devastating Duo. You have the IS-2SH and the ISU-130. Not bad for two tanks. That's actually a pretty good price for two tanks. Both tanks are okay, or you can get them separately for 7,500 gold. But if you don't own any of them, I'd rather spend the 2.5k gold extra and just get them both. So that is everything in the offers. what's in the bundles. So the bundles, we have the American vehicles, with pretty much you get everything on that list for £70, which is actually a 60% discount. Pretty good buy. That is a pretty good buy for how many tanks you're actually getting. So not bad at all. The T44 100 we have explained for 13 quid. It is cheap. It is cheap enough considering you get the 14 days premium and the credits, etc. But it's not the greatest of tanks. The Panzer B2, which is by the morning it will run out. It will be gone. That's a really good buy for £5. The strongest tier 4 because it has the preferential matchmaking, so you are always top tier unless you platoon with someone in a different tier 4. You will never see tier 5. So grab 2 of these in a platoon, you will always be top tier, and you will probably win like 80%, 90% of your games. And again, just like the VK90 crates, I wouldn't recommend the crates at all. Not a bad tank, but wouldn't recommend the crates. So that is everything in the offers, that is everything in the bundles. Most of these, I mean, I would recommend at these prices, I would definitely recommend all of these. The only one I probably wouldn't recommend is that T95 E2. That's probably the weakest out of the lot, but the rest of them a very, very, very good price. Well done Wargaming for giving us something very, very cheap on the 4th of July, Independence Day. So I hope you enjoyed it, guys. I hope it helped. I'm Meadsy, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye bye.